to claim him. So Pakistan claims him, India claims him. I suppose Bangladesh also tries to claim him. So, okay, a lot of you know about Ghalib through the movie starring Nasiruddin Shah, and a lot of you know about his poetry from that movie. And today I've picked a few verses to recite, probably like 2 verses from some of his ghazals that you may not have heard, and so they may be new. Warning. Now, it's when Nilakshi asked me to recite Ghalib, and I was like, okay, how do you choose from a bag of diamonds? You know, it's kind of hard to pick Ghalib's verses. That's a huge task by itself. And I thought all I have to do is just reach in and grab whatever I get, and it's still diamonds. So here we go. Okay, so before I start the recitation, let me tell you this, that Ghalib is what we call a Hamad Juhat Shair, is a multifaceted poet, right? But one particular strain of, one particular feature that runs through all of his verses is wit combined with cheek, which is in Urdu we call shokhi. So whether he talks about religion or he talks about his beloved, he talks about very sacred topics of Sufism. No matter what he talks about, wit and cheek is in the front. And you will see in these verses, and I'll try and explain them as much as I can. So I'll start with something a little lighter. शब को किसी के ख्वाब में आया न हो कहीं, शब को किसी के ख्वाब में आया न हो कहीं, दुखते हैं आज उस बुत नाजुक बदन के पांव. I wonder if he came in somebody's dreams last night because my beloved is having a footache today. So there's obviously the cheek there. इसी ग़ज़ल का, in the same ग़ज़ल, there is another verse. अल्लाह रे शौक़ दश्त नवर्ती के बाद अज़ मर्ग, अल्लाह रे शौक़ दश्त नवर्ती के बाद अज़ मर्ग, हिलते हैं खुद ब खुद ही मेरे अंदर कफन के पाँव. Oh my God, he talks about that I am such a lover of roaming around in the desert. I love to roam around in the desert, so much so that when I'm dying and when I'm dead, my feet are moving inside my coffin. मैंने कहा कि बज़्म नाज़ चाहिए गैर से तही. I said that बज़्म नाज़, your company, O beloved, I want it free of unwanted element, right? He says, मैंने कहा कि बज़्म नाज़ चाहिए गैर से तही, सुनकर सितम ज़रीफ ने मुझको उठा दिया कि यूं. And so as soon as my beloved heard that I wanted her company to be free of unwanted elements, she said, get up, you, and asked, is that what you meant? Like, she asked Ghalib to leave the company other than anyone else. Again, as you can see, there's a lot of shokhi in this verse. In the same ghazal, there's a verse, जो ये कहे कि रेख्ता क्यों कर हो रश के फारसी, जो ये कहे कि रेख्ता क्यों कर हो रश के फारसी, गुफ्ता-ए गालिब एक बार पढ़कर उसे सुना कि यूं. If someone asks you how can rekhta or Urdu be better than Farsi, just read any verse of Ghalib in front of them and say like this. Gufta-e Ghalib ek baar padhkar use suna ki yun. There's another verse, 2 verses from another ghazal that I chose. Again, you can see a lot of cheek in this. In parizadon se lenge khuld mein hum intiqam. इन परिज़ादों से लेंगे खुद में हम इंतकाम, कुदरते हक़ से यही हूरें अगर वहाँ हो गईं. I will take revenge from these pretty ladies here on earth in afterlife if God made them the huris in heaven, then I will be able to take my revenge from them, because they don't give me any audience here, but over there they will not be able to choose that. So इसी गजल का पहला शेर था, सब कहाँ कुछ लालाओ गुल में नुमायां हो गई, सब कहाँ कुछ लालाओ गुल में नुमायां हो गई, खाक में क्या सूरतें होंगी कि पिन्हा हो गई. This is a very beautiful verse. It says that not every seed, not every person can become the tulip and the roses of the world. A lot of us who have a lot of talent, they are just wasted in the land and never really get to bloom. One of his ghazal has a very he's showing his wit and cheek for religion here. So he says, हमको मालूम है जन्नत की हकीकत, लेकिन दिल के बहलाने को गालिब ये ख्याल अच्छा है. I know what in reality heaven is, but it's kind of neat thought to think about, because I know it's not real, but it's kind of neat to think about it. In the same ghazal, it says that बोसा देते नहीं और दिल पे है हर लहसा निगाह. They don't kiss me, but they keep looking at my heart. जी में कहते हैं कि मुफ्ताए तो माल अच्छा है. And they think, why not get your heart for free without kissing you? So बोसा देते नहीं और दिल में है हर लहजा निगाह, जी में कहते हैं कि मुफ्ताए तो माल अच्छा है. In language, obviously Ghalib has full command of Urdu language, and he has used a lot of Farsi in his poetry, and therefore a lot of people call him a very difficult shair or a difficult poet to understand. But he has said verses that in Urdu we call Sahle Mumtane, which is simple, like minimalistic verses. One of those that is my favorite as a linguist is चाहिए अच्छों को जितना चाहिए, चाहिए अच्छों को जितना चाहिए, ये अगर चाहें तो फिर क्या चाहिए. It's a very simple verse. It only really repeats the word चाहिए in several forms. But in Urdu, चाहिए means, there are three possible meanings here. चाहिए is I want, or in the sense of wanting. चाहिए is a modal, I should. And chahiye also means I love. And in this verse, each chahiye can be used, all three meanings can be plugged into each of the chahiye in the verse, and will still make sense. And therefore there are multiple meanings of this verse. Chahiye achon ko jitna chahiye, ye agar chahein to phir kya chahiye. The last verse in this ghazal is, चाहते हैं खूब रोयों को असद, आपकी सूरत तो देखा चाहिए. Asad wants to love pretty girls, and he should look at his own face first. आपकी सूरत तो देखा चाहिए. Now this is a very famous ghazal, and you probably have heard it. If you know anything about Ghalib, you would have heard this ghazal. But there are certain verses in it which are worth explaining. ये न थी हमारी किस्मत के विसाले यार होता, अगर और जीते रहते यही इंतजार होता. This was not our fate to meet our beloved. If we would have lived longer, we would have just waited for that moment anyway. But a very easier verse in this ghazal is, उसे कौन देख सकता कि यगाना है वो यकता. Who can see him? He is one and only. उसे कौन देख सकता कि यगाना है वो यकता, जो दुई की बू भी होती तो कहीं दो चार होता. The word दो चार here has two meanings. It means to meet someone, and it physically means two and four, do and char. And so in this verse, he uses both the meanings, because the verse says that nobody can see him, he is one and only. But if he was two, if there were two of him, we would have seen two or four of him, or we would have met him someplace. So both meanings of the verse are meaning of the idiom is utilized. In the same ghazal, it's worth, you cannot recite the ghazal and not say the last verse in it. ये मसाइल तसव्वुफ ये तेरा बयान गालिब तुझे हम वली समझते जो नबादा खार होत. What it means is that these complicated matters of Sufi philosophy, Ghalib, we would have thought that you were a divine personality if you were not a drunkard. So, in the end, I would like to say 3 verses from a very favorite ghazal of mine. It talks about the Sufi philosophy that Ghalib subscribed to. It's called Wahdatul Wujud. The philosophy is that the whole universe itself is the existence of God. So everything that is in the universe is part of God. So God is not separate from the universe. And this is very similar to the Hindu philosophy of Paramatma and Atma, where Atma is considered as the cup in the ocean of Paramatma. So this is a very similar philosophy. But even now that he's alluding to this very serious topic, you can still see the shoki in this verse. It goes like this. قطرہ اپنا بھی حقیقت میں ہے دریا لیکن قطرہ اپنا بھی حقیقت میں ہے دریا لیکن ہم کو تقلید تنک ظرفی منصور نہیں. What the verse says is that my drop is the ocean too, because I am the drop in the universe, in the ocean of Paramatma, and so my drop is also the ocean, but what I am not going to do is follow the footsteps of Mansur. And this allusion of Mansur is that of a grand Sufi who really believed that he believed so much that he was part of God that he said, I am God. Because if he's part of God, then he is technically God. And so he was punished for saying that. And so Khalid, in a way, is saying that I am God too, but I won't say that because I'm not like Mansur, who was such a show-off. मैं जो कहता हूँ कि हम लेंगे क़यामत में तुम्हें, मैं जो कहता हूँ कि हम लेंगे क़यामत में तुम्हें, किस रौनक से वो कहते हैं कि हम हूर नहीं. When I say to her that I will get you when I'm dead in the heaven, like a hur. So when I say to my beloved that, okay, maybe in this life you don't want to come with me, but after death I will get you, she says, well, I'm not hur, I'm better than her. So with this I will end again with the verse which is true. Jo ye kahe ke rikhta kyun kar ho rash ke Farsi. If anyone asks you how can Urdu be better than Farsi, जो ये कहे कि रिश्ता क्यों कर हो रश के फारसी, गुफ्ताए गालिब एक बार पढ़कर उसे सुना कि यूं. Recite Ghalib and tell them this way, like this.
Thank you, Azia, for that beautiful shairi and the explanations as well. Next, we have a performance by the Lasya Dance Academy. Lasya School presents the beautiful Lord Krishna. In this piece, the dancers praise Krishna, the one with beautiful curls around his forehead and a face like the full moon. They also talk about his eyes, that are as expressive as the eyes of a deer, and the movement of the peacock feathers when he dances in happiness.